What's up, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets and DFS. I'm here with my partner Riaz, bringing you guys a five-game slate on a Tuesday. Um, a big game, a big slate that we just had this past Monday. There's 9 games. There was a lot to choose from on the bigger slates, but this is a little slim picking here on this five-game slate. A couple of nice games, like this Miami and Dallas game is going to be a nice one to watch. So, I don't know. Some of them do have some blow-up potential, and there's obviously some key inactives that we're going to be touching on. Some people are questionable. Some people are definitely out. So it kind of throws some curveballs at the plays that we're looking at here. But we're gonna start right off, get to the point guard position. A guy that I've been on all year so far, and he's been disappointing, but his price has been going down game by game, and that's Kevin Porter Jr. The game where he really started to come into form was that OKC game, and that was just the second game of the season, and they blew out OKC, and he just had a really good game all around, and that was also his highest scoring game, and real life points this season too. He hasn't even broken double digits yet this season. Don't know what's going on with him so far, but this price tag is hard to ignore, and the matchup against the Lakers, like I said, they're dealing with a lot of injuries, so we'll kind of see how that unfolds. But either way, I hate to just kind of go with the gut here, rather than have some like solid, anything solid to say about Kevin Porter. But for me, I just like the price tag and I like his upside.
Yeah, we loved targeting Porter this year. He really hasn't panned out so far, but his price has dropped a lot, and the Lakers give up a lot of DK points to point guards. Westbrook's not a great defender. They do have Kent Bazemore, but he doesn't really guard point guards. But we've seen a lot this year that they give up just monster games to point guards. We target him. We targeted against the Lakers a couple games ago, and that panned out. So at this price tag, Porter's got a lot of upside in this game.
Yeah, obviously, I already played the Lakers once this year, but just in a low-scoring game. So obviously, these teams have seen each other once. So I like them to score more than 85 points in this game. Hopefully, they get into the triple digits, and this game hopefully stays a little competitive. That'd always be nice for him. So we're gonna plug him here at the point guard position. And why don't you tell him who we like for shooting guard, Rios?
Yeah, we like Halliburton. He's priced at 6-1. He's got a pretty tough matchup against Utah, but he's been really consistent this year. He's kind of taken the role from Buddy Hield. I know Buddy Hield plays small forward, but Halliburton gets a lot of run. This isn't a great matchup, but I think he's going to be pretty low owned. So, and he's at a great price, so that's why we really like him. And just his recent games, he's shown that even when he doesn't score a bunch of points, he racks up assists and rebounds. So this is a great price for him and a lot of upside.
Yeah, not super sneaky triple double upside, but I just like what else he can do for you in the intangibles. Pretty solid defender too. I know he's got a pretty good shot on him, but hasn't shown it yet this year. He hasn't really shot over 6 3-pointers a game yet this season. But he's been double-digit shot attempts, which is nice to see. Davion Mitchell looks promising too, but I don't think he's really going to cut into Halliburton's minutes that much as of right now. And this, like I said, it's a tough game against Utah, but they're going to need his production here a little bit. So I don't mind plugging him in here just for terms of consistency. 5 game slate, slim picking, all of the above, man. So Halliburton here, I like him at that price tag. We'll hop over to small forward. The first guy I want to talk about, rookie second round pick, actually Herb Jones. He's priced at 3.5. We're going to monitor the Brandon Ingram news, but this is a little bit of value play, especially if he misses time. But even when Ingram was in, he was still getting the minutes. But now we've seen him get a really productive game with 36 minutes with Ingram sitting. He had 3 steals. He looks pretty solid out there. A second round pick is fighting for, like, what I'm saying, contract, playing time. So it's nice to see someone in an underdog position kind of go out there and get some time and perform pretty well. But I think at 3.5, especially if Ingram misses, I think that's kind of the key here. I like him.
Yeah, he stepped in and played a big role since Josh Hart's been out, and if Ingram does miss, he's in a great spot. Phoenix does play well, but other than just having a tough matchup. His price at 3.5, he really doesn't have to do much out there, and we've seen throughout the year so far, he plays a ton of minutes, and he's pretty productive when he's out there. For a small forward to rack up 5 assists, 3 assists is pretty great to see. So he's at a great price. We really like him here.
Yeah, we'll plug him in there. And then we'll hop over to power forward. A guy that I'm on a little bit more than Riaz. But like I said, a lot of these are kind of based off some of these questionables. So we'll look at LeBron quick. He's questionable. With ankle soreness, we saw that he got the injury. I believe that was in the Grizzlies game. Anthony Davis is dealing with a knee issue. He is probable. Obviously there's Russell Westbrook too, who is healthy. But obviously, LeBron and Anthony Davis eat up a lot of that production in the Lakers offense. And, I can see LeBron sitting one more. I don't know if they're playing on a back-to-back. I don't know if this is the front half of a back-to-back or not. But either way, kind of down here, I kind of like LaMelo at 5'3". And like we said, LaMelo's not the flashiest play. We know what he does out there. He's very score dependent. He's not really going to do much else. He's not really much of a playmaker. Last game, 41 points. 4 blocks, 2 steals. Definitely, brought that up a little bit, but I can see if one of these Lakers guys misses time, they're going to need production from somewhere. You can play the revenge game narrative a little bit too. So Melo at 5'3", not pretty, but on this slim pick and slate, I kind of like it.
Yeah, on a 5 game slate, Carmelo's a good play, especially if a lot of players do miss. Um, it's just he's gonna have more usage. He's gonna get a lot more run. When we've seen definitely when LeBron misses and Anthony Davis, he gets that 30-minute run that we're looking for, and they signed him for a reason. They want him to be a big focal point in this team, in this offense, and to win a championship. An old guy like Carmelo does a lot for you, especially in the scoring aspect. Even though he doesn't start, he still gets 20, 30 minutes, averaging 16 points. I mean, that's just great to see, especially at that price tag.
Yeah, we're gonna plug him in there for the power forward, and then Riaz. Why don't you tell him who we like for center?
Yeah, we like DeAndre Ayton. He's questionable. He last game he got a knee contusion, so if he does miss, we got another guy that me and Dal really like. But if he does play, he's at a great price tag. We've seen his last 2 games; he's been absolutely smashing from the slow start he had in the first 3 games. And we're here to really just take advantage of this low price tag. We've seen him almost climb up to eights. He's usually sitting around mid to high sevens, and it's not a great matchup, but he's going to go fairly low owned. So we really like him in this spot.
Yeah, people might be kind of off him because he's playing against Jovel. I see it as they're going to need his production. It might. At the end of the day, I realistically could see a blowout if Ingram does miss. But either way, Aiton, if he doesn't get any run here, and if he does miss the game, the guy we want to go to lower, we're going to talk about RICHAUN Holmes. He's at 6'3". I like Holmes as a player. I think he's an energy type guy. He grabs a bunch of boards. He's a double factor when he's out there. His problem is foul trouble. If he can stay out, if he can stay in the game, you're getting a solid price tag for Holmes. He played Utah once. Obviously Rudy Gobert, phenomenal defensive center. But he had 30 fantasy points in 18 minutes. So he was already off to a hot start against that game, grabbing 10 boards. Putting in 6 points too, and a couple blocks, which is nice to see. But Holmes at that price tag is solid too. And then we were talking about Holmes, and then if you want to go up, we like Jovel too in that spot against Phoenix, because if Ayton misses, that means Jovel is gonna have a pretty easy matchup down there. And then especially if Ingram's out too, there's an uptick for Jovel, and he's just absolutely like smashing this season, double every single game, averaging 20 points. He's even stretching the floor a couple games, averaging a block a game. I mean, he's going crazy. So what do you think about Holmes or Jovel?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't mind going down 500 to get Holmes. Tough matchup, but we saw even in 18 minutes he had an awesome game, and if he plays 30 minutes, I mean, he's got the upside to get 50. He grabs a ton of boards. He gets a ton of putbacks, um, and he gets a decent amount of blocks. I mean, early in the season, he was almost averaging 3 blocks, so that's great to see. And then, especially if DeAndre Ayton misses, Jovel's in an awesome spot. I mean, he'll probably be going against JaVale McGee, who he is a good defender, but Val's just been grabbing so many boards, scoring so many points. He's been crushing for this new team, the Pelicans. We've seen him get to 60 DraftKings points, have monster 2020 games, and at this price tag, yeah, it's high, but he's got that upside like Karl Anthony Towns and Joker, so he's in a great spot.
And that'll wrap us up, man. Like I said, there's some inactives here that we gotta monitor. So hopefully things kind of stay, you know, how this Fire 5 is organized, and how Fire 5 is constructed. As always, you don't have to make a lineup out of these plays. I think this is a solid 5 you can build off of. That's what we like to do. We like to kind of highlight these 5 players, and we plug them into a couple different lineups because, you know, we play multiple different lineups a night. You know, so I think that's pretty much it for you, man. This is a little bit quicker of a video. We just wanted to get one out for you guys. Our DraftKings videos have been doing pretty well as our Prize Picks videos. So, as always, thank you guys for watching. If there's some play that we didn't talk about that you're interested in and you want to drop it down in the comment below, and you want to hear our opinion on it, that'd be awesome. So, as always, like the video, keep subscribing, and thank you guys. Peace.